This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, joined by Big Baby Miller. Firstly, good to meet you, mate.
Yeah, likewise, brother. Likewise, man. Can't complain.
Fortunately, no Coogan today.
No, it's all right. I didn't want to see his ugly face anyway. So. Good looking brother like yourself. It's all good.
Thank you. How you finding London?
Actually, a lot better than the first time I came because I was flying in and it was the airport gave me a headache. They must have randomly checked me like 3 times, and then we had to drive over to Morecambe. So no, this time more relaxed, more friendly. I was in and out the airport. Can't complain.
When did you get here?
This morning.
Okay.
This morning. So I had too much no sightseeing yet. Just work.
Any fish and chips yet?
No, actually I did have a couple fish and chips.
Yeah?
It was all right. We're going to try a different couple spots, though. But the salad was actually pretty good.
At least it's not raining today as well. So.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, you was at Canelo Rocky.
Correct.
What did you make of the event and what the zone are doing right now in boxing?
The event was definitely good. Pretty much almost sold out there. Good energy. You know, AJ was hiding and ducking in and out the back and forward from the back rooms. But other than that, it was a great energy. They made Canelo made quick work out of Rocky, but we knew that was probably was going to happen anyway. But other than that, it was a pretty decent boxing event. Venue was great as usual, MSG, and it was good to be in the building.
MSG has been talked about for you and Anthony Joshua potentially. Are you going to try and hunt Anthony Joshua down this week?
If it presents itself, maybe. The reason why I say that is because I came out here for business, and like I said before, like everybody's been saying, you know, it's gonna happen, and so I'm gonna let things play out by itself right now. Like I think there's a place and time for everything. Like we've been saying before, if you watch the demographic of what's going on in the heavyweight division right now, you know, AJ needs me more than I need him right now, and people can say what they want, but it's facts. If you study what's going on.
What do you mean by that?
Because Deontay's going to fight Tyson Fury for the match. Chisora might look like crap against. Dylan White might look like crap against Chisora. So if Dylan White loses, he's definitely not fighting AJ in April. So who's he going to fight in April? Who's the next best guy for him to fight?
If you were Chisora, but the Chisora and him are mates. So.
Ain't nobody going to want to see Chisora versus AJ. You want to see Chisora versus AJ?
Don't mind.
You don't mind. Would you pay for it?
Yeah, I'm a mad boxing fan.
You don't want to see that fight. But the fans don't really want to see that fight. And you said they're mates. So 90% is like the fight would happen. So next best person would be me. They would have to probably give it the venue for April. Or let Con and Kel fight April here in England. And I fight AJ in New York probably June, September time. So we'll see how it plays out. Makes dollars, it makes sense. And, fighting in January. So I'm not looking past what I got to fight January. We'll see.
Yeah, I spoke to Eddie N today and I asked him about that Calm Brook rumour April 13th.
Correct.
And obviously that would only happen if Joshua went to the States, which would be to fight you. But
correct.
Would you want the fight to be here? Do you want to come to the UK?
Right now, he's talking about MSG so much in New York. Hell yeah, let's do it on my home turf. You the world champion. You got to fight somewhere else in the world other than home. So I think MSG would be great. I think it'd be a good time for his breakout to his face in the United States public, and also for me to break his face in the United States public. So either way, it's a win-win for me.
Okay. You've been a very active heavyweight. In fact, the most active heavyweight, I think, recently. That WBA regular title, what is the situation with that?
Man.
So complicated.
Yeah, because Manuel Charr is using every trick in the book to trying to delay the process and trying to hold on to the title, but the rules are even if you fail one drug test and pass over, you're still going to be stripped for a certain amount of days suspended. So their team is trying to do that, and my team is looking at as well another point of view, and the sanctioning body is doing what they're supposed to do. So like I said, I'm not holding my breath for it. I never was, and we'll see when the time comes.
Are you interested in that WBA regular title, or do you just want the big fight?
Yes, most definitely, because it does give you a little more prestige. It can add some more dollars to your check. So the main thing is, I said I definitely wanted the belt, and I still want the belt, but it's like one thing to the next. Sometimes I just change my mental fortitude, not to stress it out too much, and just kind of let it run its course. And when it comes, it comes.
For you, obviously, the priority is Joshua. Say that doesn't come off. Who's next on your radar?
the winner of Dylan Whyte-Chisora.
Okay.
You know, Trevor Bryan. I want to knock out a Brit so bad. And so, you know.
Joe Joyce?
Joe just got to earn it a little more. He got to get a couple more fights. Definitely wouldn't mind. But, you know, his biggest payday is nowhere near 100,000 yet. So that's the problem. You know, there's not that much value into that fight right now. But he's too slow. Way too slow.
Rumours of him fighting Luis Ortiz. How do you think he gets on with him?
I think he's bit off a little more than he can chew right now. You know, if you look when he fought, what's the guy, the cruiserweight that fought Tony Bellew a couple weeks ago?
Oh, Usyk in the amateurs, you mean?
Usyk, yes.
Yeah.
Look how Usyk did with him, a smaller guy that can move and good puncher. Now you have Ortiz, who's one of the best counter punchers in the heavyweight division and has crack. I don't think he's ready for that kind of thing yet. He does get hit. He doesn't get hit by anybody that has power, anybody that really wants to fight. You know, all his wins have been against guys that didn't really come to fight. So it's a different story when you get in there with that kind of guy like Ortiz.
Okay. Wilder Fury, how did you have it?
I'm not mad with a draw. I can definitely see the draw. I gave him the second round, and then the 2 knockdowns, 4 rounds, 5. So you call it 7-5. Some people call it 6-6. Some people got Tyson winning, and one person has Deontay winning. So you could have, if Tyson Fury had to keep focus, just one more round, you know, 1 or 2 more rounds, and he'd have been world champ. But that's a heavyweight division. Anything can happen, and if you lose your focus for one moment, that's it.
Now, Anthony Joshua was on American TV with Max Kellerman recently, and they were talking about the lineal status.
Yeah.
And Joshua was kind of playing it down. Do you see Tyson Fury as a lineal champion? Is he the man?
I didn't even. Okay, I'm not trying to be, you know, a hater on the whole lineal champion thing. I didn't even know what a lineal champion thing was until he started promoting it. But you gotta understand, promotional tactics is fighting any way to help promote a fight. You know, who was the last lineal champion before Tyson Fury?
Klitschko.
And before
and then Lennox Lewis.
Okay, so you had it. So when Lennox retired, he got it. Okay. I mean, listen. I guess when he beat Klitschko, he became a little champion, right? So I don't understand the whole concept of it, but you know, it is what it is.
I think people here say that Tyson Fury is still the man who beat the man. So until Joshua beats Fury, he can't be considered to be, quote, the man. So that's what the whole argument's about, really.
Yeah, like I said before, AJ's rise in the heavyweight division was definitely fast, and he's acting like he's a prince and god of everything right now, which I think I'm gonna choke the life out of that title real soon, you know, because he think his doodle don't stink right now at this point, and you gotta think about it too. He beat the older Klitschko, and Charles Martin gave him the belt, you know. And I keep telling people, man, if you're really a boxing fan, study the sport of boxing, study the records, study the opponents. Who did Deontay fight before he fought Stavern for a belt? Who did Stavern even beat for the belt? Out of shape Chris Ariola, and he went 12 rounds with Berman Stavern and won the title. Before he fought Stavern again, he went 3 years and fought Stavern on 3 weeks' notice. That's who he beat for the title. Who did AJ beat for the title? He was getting slapped up by Dylan Whyte till Dylan Whyte ran out of gas and he knocked out Dylan Whyte. Then he wasn't going to fight any more Americans. He was like, I'm not going to America no time soon. But Charles Martin gets the belt on a technicality because I got to twist his leg. Then he goes in there and fights Charles Martin, who basically didn't do nothing, just quit, and wins the belt with Charles Martin. Now everybody say he's the god of the division now. He looked like he won the belt. And all he really beat was a older Klitschko for the belt. Now look at my record now. Look at my record now. I got more wins than Anthony Joshua. And I fought 4 guys that were title challengers and cruiserweight champion Thomas Adamek. So like I said before, they can say what they want, proves in the pudding.
Okay. So from your record and Joshua's, how do you compare it?
His is better by names. He's a couple, 1 or 2 better names. Better than Klitschko, Joseph Parker, and Povetkin. Povetkin is still a good name. So I give him those 3 fights right now. Remember, those fights were all after he became a world title. People say, I don't deserve my title shot. Like, how don't deserve my title shot yet? You know what I mean? I made it look that easy. You know? So, like I said before, I'm built different, I act different, and when it comes to fight night, I'm going to make them bleed different.
Well, we are here for Dylan Whyte, Derek Chisora fight week. What's your pick for that one?
I thought Chisora won the first fight.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, you know, but I'm a big person on energy. Big personal energy. And I love the energy that I'm getting from Chisora. You know, he looks like he's in incredible shape. He's laughing. He's having fun in camp. And I don't think his mental state looks very good. That went on Tokam gave him a great confident boost, not only in promotional wise in his own career, but also mental fortitude, the confidence he has in the training and the way he looks. So I'm kind of rooting for him. You know, even though if he wins, it's good for me. You know, and if he loses, it's still good for me. You know what I mean? But like I said before, I wish him nothing but luck. I'm pulling for Chisora on this one, and I've been a fan of Chisora for a while. He's a greedy guy that comes forward, and his interviews and stuff always, a good crack to laugh at.
How do you think you'd get on with Derek in the ring?
I beat him up, and that's out of respect because I have more than one fight style. Chisora kind of has one fight style,
Come forward.
Yeah, come forward, and he gets cracking, and I'm a lot bigger than Chisora. People don't understand that. I'm a lot bigger than Chisora. I'm bigger than Dylan White. AJ has me by an inch, maybe an inch and a half. I'm bigger and wider. My legs are stronger. My back is stronger. I throw way more punches. I go to the body better than. I'm the best body puncher in the heavyweight division. I think the only person who goes to the body better than me, maybe, is Canelo. Period.
Pound for pound across the.
Pound for pound.
Okay.
Pound for pound. Name one other person who go to the body more than me and mix the body shots up, other than Canelo. Nobody. Period. And when I crack in the stadium, it's thunder. It's like pow, boom, like somebody robbing your frying pan for grease. It's crazy.
Yeah. So Chisora, if he does come out on top,
yeah.
And you said the Joshua fight is probably unlikely with him and Derek.
Correct.
The obvious route would be for you and Derek to get it on.
Yeah. Correct.
UK or America?
Like I said before, man, gotta be real champ. Come to the USA. Bring it over here. MSG. Let's get it on. But there's still a lot of ifs in between it. So I'm not gassing myself up. We're not like jumping out of the seat. When it happens, it happens. And we'll be ready.
You do want to fight here though one day, don't you?
Oh hell yeah. I definitely want to fight here, man. Like, boy, the fans in Britain are like nowhere else. You guys support, you guys are wild, the energy is great. Listen, man, I'm ready to go to a soccer game. I want to go see Manchester United, but the homie at Jose's got cancer. I don't know, man. So I don't know. I got to figure this stuff out, man. My heart's broken. So, we'll figure it out, though.
A lot of people nowadays saying sort of the tide's gone from America to the UK in terms of the buzz in boxing. Do you agree with that?
Heavyweight division, yes.
Okay.
Not all of boxing. We still have a lot of great fights. Still a lot of great fighters. A lot of the top division is still being run by Americans or American and Mexicans. So, like I said before, the heavyweight division is thriving in UK because of really one guy, AJ.
And Tyson recently as well.
Yeah, Tyson too, but Tyson had to come to America. You know what I mean? And I feel once AJ's the throne, it's gonna be that throw up. It's gonna be a toss up for the heavyweight division. But I feel like it's UK and America, they're both great spots for big fights right now.
Yeah, it's great, as you said, Americans and across the other division, like to Crawford, Canelo, Mexican.
Errol Spence, ton of great dudes. So, heavyweight division is UK, yes. But I think overall boxing it's still American territory. But we have a lot of Ukrainians who have left Ukraine, and it's in America. So
Lomachenko,
Lomachenko, so you got to understand, too, that boxing is never a one-country sport. It's a universal sport. Now, it's because the venues is holding America. I mean, it's America. That's why I kind of hate when people say America this, America that. America is a country of immigrants. It's not what is exactly an American. You know what I mean? My cousins are Mexican and Guatemalan, but they live in America, so they're American. So America as a whole is just a universal country. You know what I mean? So you divide it up as everybody come from. It wouldn't be America. America is the face of boxing. It's the world's the face of boxing. So. Yeah, look at it from that kind of point of view.
You touched upon sort of family members and stuff. What's your heritage, actually?
So I am a super mutt. So my grandfather's actually white Irish dude, which is my father's mother.
Okay.
And my father is Haitian and Dominican. Haitian, yes. And I was raised in Belize. Later moved to America, and I was raised by my Jamaican stepfather. So I call my second
universal,
dad.
Man.
Universal. And I lost my virginity with a Puerto Rican. So there you go. So if you want to call that, and I probably eat more roti and what's up? This my boy makes this thing all the time with the dough. His
None?
None.
Yeah,
None. Yeah, none. I eat that stuff all the time, man. So, none in the curry, man. So, I'm a universal brother, man. I have a little bit of everything. And, like I said before, I'm the original American because America's everything, man. I got a little piece of everything as a part of who I am. So, people say, oh, look at you, and he's just a big black guy from Brooklyn. Nah, man. You got to look at deeper than that. I'm more than that. I'm the people's champ because I represent it and I do it damn well.
Wow, that's a good statement, that.
There you go, bro.
That's a good statement.
There you
Will you be working with Sky Sports on Saturday, is that correct?
Maybe. It's still a toss-up because AJ will be there as well. And it's funny to me how much pull fighters over here really have because I've heard phone calls that Dylan White team don't want me here and there. I'm like, we still gonna do what we gotta do anyway, but it's these guys talk so tough on camera, but yet they call him, I don't want him here, I don't want him there. Like, bro, be a man and focus on your fight. Don't worry about me. I'm just a small guy in the corner watching. You know what I mean? So if that's how you know when you cause a threat, when you ain't even really gotta say too much, except to show up and everybody's pissing their pants. You know what I mean? So that means a lot to me that I'm being thought about so much. And I already gave them my word I was going to be PG-13. So focus on your fight. And then whatever we got, we continue after. Because I want him to be focused on his fight. Because God forbid he's not and he gets hit with a shot and he goes to the hospital, it could be the end of his career. I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? So focus on what he got to do. And then after the fight's over, we continue what we got to do. And I think that's least amount of respect any fighter deserves. Focus on one fight, and then we deal with our BS later on.
I asked that question because last time when Dylan White fought Joseph Parker at the O2,
Correct.
You were banned from coming at all to the arena. What actually happened there?
Yeah, so what happened was Dylan White again called Sky Sport. Oh, we're going to die. If I see him, there's going to be problems. And Sky was like, I think right at this point, because controversial was going on, we're going to postpone the trip. I said, no problem. Yeah, I'm not losing no sleep over it. But that just shows me how certain people move. And I have a great relationship with Sky Sport. I think they're an awesome company. I think that they're dope. I think they're amazing people over there, Adam and those guys. But like I think they finally see that, Big Baby knows when to turn the switch on and off. That's all it is, And I tell people that all the time. Compared to what Chisora and some of these guys have done in the past in the media, flipping tables over, I don't do stuff like that. I don't put hands on fighters, number one. I put hands on fighters in the ring. But if you put hands on me, your career might be over. I can promise you that. Because I'm not just a boxer. You know what I mean? This whole body is a weapon. Knee, elbows, kicks, headbutt, bite marks, everything, But like I said before, it's time for everything. Like I said, I'm out here just to enjoy myself, show the people love, get love from the people, and see an awesome fight on Saturday. That's what I really want to see an awesome fight on Saturday. And I'm actually super excited, too, because you watch the British fights all the time. The arenas are always packing and going crazy, So I'm dope. I might get me a Manchester United jersey and just and just go wild. So I might even want to wear my suit. I don't even know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you say what you're like off camera because people here only know you for that incident at the DAZN launch with Joshua and
Correct.
When things got heated, etc. What are you like off camera?
Man, you gotta get MT Global to follow me for a day, man. Like if I bring you guys to Brooklyn, man, we get a beef patty and cocoa bread, and just vibe out, man. Put on some Marley, man, and just chill. But I'm chill, man. I'm cool, man. Half of the time I'm just goofing off with the boys, or I'm in the gym, or I'm just trying to with these little companies I'm running right now. But I'm just a fun-loving guy, bro. I'm the everyday person. I'm just like you, bro. I'm on YouTube. I'm on my Instagram, scrolling, looking at BS and having fun and cracking jokes, and I go to the gym, But I'm just like an everyday person, bro. I came from a hard-working family like anybody else. Came from a family of immigrants to a country trying to make a better life. I'm just like everybody else. But just what happens that when it comes to the fight game and come to put my life on the line or opponent that might fight, I'm going to bully you. That's all it is. If me and you got to step in the ring, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. If you're potentially an opponent for me, I'm going to bully you. That's all it is. That's all. It's the only difference. You know what I mean? And the thing about the whole, you should be humble and all that. I totally get it. I totally understand how AJ's promoting the humbleness and how to be humble. I get it. It doesn't work for me because what happened is if I got to fight you, how am I going to be happy about getting in the ring? This is war. I could potentially die or be in a coma or never be the same again. So how am I supposed to be happy about this? You know, being a fighter, you have to dig down to the core of your soul and do something that a lot of people cannot do on the face of the planet, and that's hit somebody upside the head until they forfeit. And I can't be happy about that. When I'm training, when I became a fighter, it was because of my short temper, my angerment, being abused when I was a child, not having a lot of money to buy nice clothes, living in one of the worst neighborhoods in Brooklyn. That's the anger I built up as a child that helped me motivate to become a good fighter. So when I'm fighting a guy that might kill me, I tap into that Pandora's box of anger that helps me push through my training and push through everyday life. That doesn't want me to quit on myself. It helps me in the ring. So when somebody gets in my face, I can't be humble about that. You want to hurt me. How can I be humble about that? That is the fakest lie I've seen. When somebody goes to Afghanistan on war, you think those guys are humble? They're happy about it? Sitting in the desert for 3-4 days waiting to snipe somebody out? Are they happy to be in war? No. So how do you expect me to be happy when I'm going to go to war? How do you expect me to smile in front of your face? That's the biggest fake thing I've ever seen. I can't smile at you knowing you're going to punch me in the face. I'm going to rip your head off. There's no smiling. This is war. You might die. I might die. So after we fight and we come out healthy, God forbid, then we can shake hands and share a pint. Cheers. Let's do it. But until then, I don't like you. And people gotta understand that, man. You know, that's all. If you understand that, man. Some people are meant to be police officers. Some are meant to be cameramen. Some are meant to be promoters. The fighter's a fighter, man. And until you do this job, you will never ever understand it.
Yeah, at the DAZN launch, obviously, the mum comment made a lot of headlines. Dylan Whyte has come out and said that if you said that about his mum, it would end much differently. What have you got to say to that?
When I fight you, watch the jokes I come up with. If the mom jokes is gonna push you over, he just gave me ammunition. What do you think I'm gonna do with it? Put it in my rifle and use it. So I'm trying to say, but when the time is right. That's all it is. But where I grew up, if a mom joke was gonna push you overboard, you would never make it through the school year. You would never make it out the hood. If a mom joke was gonna push you out the door to be violent. Because I've been through more in my life than a mom joke. 10 times way worse than that. So if Dylan Whyte and AJ are catching a heart attack with a mom joke, there's no way in hell you're gonna beat me. Because I got way more than that coming for you than a mom joke. Believe me. And you gotta understand too, the mom joke wasn't disrespectful. If you think about the mom joke. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's not like I wanted to be with your mom. It was a joke your mom did. Oh my God, you disrespect my mom. Wow, too sensitive, bro. It's like when you grow up in a community where everybody protects you. Oh my God, my baby, my prince. Oh my God. And finally somebody says you're ugly. Everybody's crying wolf. And that situation is going on here. You know, AJ's been protected his whole entire career. In the Olympics, he lost 2 of those fights in London, but they gave it to him because he fought on home territory. Now finally, his whole entire career, nobody stepped to him. Nobody's talked junk about him because he's been protected here in the UK. Finally, you get a dirty, grimy Brooklyn kid that grew up in the ghetto from an immigrant family that know nothing but war and havoc, and you want me to be humble? Boy, you have no idea. You're lucky I'm going to keep PG-13 right now.
On that note, Big Baby Miller, pleasure to talk to you.
Man, likewise. MTK Global, IFL TV, holla at your boy. You guys owe me a fish and chips dinner when I'm out here.
UMAR AHMED. For IFL TV with Big Baby Miller, thank you very much.
You locked me in here, man. Oh, it's a pull door. See? Oh,